Hi, I'm Lebo Tshangela, and this is the 13th edition of the series Frontline Workers, where we talk to courageous essential workers who risk their lives daily to provide important services to the general public. It's just over 3 months since the South African government instituted the national lockdown on March 27, and almost a month into level 3. From level 4, restaurants and food outlets were only allowed to make use of food delivery services between 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Starting from today, people will be allowed to sit in restaurants. According to the data portal Statista, the total worth of the online food delivery industry of South Africa was 10.49 billion rand in 2019, and it is predicted to reach 17.6 billion rand by 2023, with a growth rate of almost 14% annually. Coming up in this edition of Frontline Workers.
To us who are doing in delivery services, we were under too much pressure because we are not working in level 5. Okay. So things were not okay to our sides. Put your food anywhere and I write you that I've left your food here. Or if I'm waiting for you, when you open the gate, I put the food down and I leave. Then you pick your food from there. I fear because it's not a joke. Though in the beginning, many people used to say that is for white people, this is for white, not for black, but I myself, I believe that anything can happen to me.
A food delivery driver, Denis Servwu, who works for Uber Eats in Johannesburg, tells me what he goes through as a frontline worker. On average, he makes 15 trips a day, and in a week he makes 2,000 rand. Denis describes what it's like working under lockdown.
In level 5, things were not moving well generally because most of the businesses were still in lockdown. But to us who are doing in delivery services, we were under too much pressure because we are not working in level 5. Okay. So things were not okay to our sides. Since deliveries were allowed in level 4 and level 3, at least per now we can earn a living through deliveries job that I'm doing in. Things are not, I can't say that they're 100%, but at least it's somehow better than level 5.
Would you say that you're making money?
Yes, I can say that because people are keeping on ordering food online, and since they are doing that, for us who are doing deliveries, we are earning something.
Just before lockdown, Uber Eats launched a delivery service for essential goods, including groceries, toiletries, and select medication that can now be purchased and delivered via the app. However, Denis says he lost a lot of income due to not working in level 5.
It's affected us a lot, but all in all, you have to bear with the situation. So we used to save what we had and to use it in a proper way, not to be, I don't know how I can phrase it, but it affected us a lot.
The people that you're supporting?
Yes, I support my family, but they are in Uganda.
According to government's regulations, the driver's temperature must be checked before the start of their shift and may not enter the home of a customer if they and their residents are not wearing face masks. Denis tells us about the safety regulations his company has instituted.
According to the company I'm working in, that is Uber Eats, we were all instructed to buy sanitizers, to keep our bikes clean, to buy face masks and gloves. So we used our own money to buy all those things to keep us safe. But after working for 2 weeks, the company refunded the money we used to buy all those. So in general, it's our company that bought for us sanitizers, face masks, gloves, and all other utensils that are used to keep us safe in this pandemic.
Do you wear a mask underneath your helmet when you're driving?
Yes, you have to put on your mask and the helmet also. You have to sanitize your hands before touching the customer's food. When you're reaching the customer, you have to sanitize again your hands and then you give the customer. Let me start when we are picking orders from the restaurants. When I reach the restaurant, at first I sanitize my bag. Then I sanitize my hands. Even the restaurant attendants, they also do the same to their hands. Then after they handed in the food, when I reach the customer, I sanitize again my hands before giving the customer. So after sanitizing the hands, I pick the customer's food, I hand it over to the customer.
And then how many ways can they pay?
Before this pandemic, there was cash deliveries. You can pick a delivery trip from the restaurant, then the customer can pay you by cash. But since coronavirus started and deliveries allowed to operate again, there is no cash deliveries in Uber. I think it is a company that decided not to deal with the cash because it's also another measure of protecting us and the customer, not to deal with the cash delivery. So all orders are paid online. We don't deal with any money machine. You pay online by your phone. We don't have machines, card machines. Once I pick your order, you already paid Uber or the restaurant by your banking app, not card machines.
In addition, customers must maintain at least a 1.5 meters distance from the delivery personnel.
They installed another system in the app whereby when I reach the customer's address, I give you a call that I'm outside your gate. Either I put your food anywhere and I write you that I've left your food here. Or if I'm waiting for you, when you open the gate, I put the food down and I leave. Then you pick your food from there. So we keep that by social distancing ourselves. There is no hand-to-hand handover to the customer.
And then with you and the other guys, is there social distancing?
Yes, even here you see the bikes, at least there is 3 meters from one bike to another. And we know that you have to protect yourself. So I don't allow my workmates to touch my bike. If I'm standing somewhere, I have to be around on my bike. So we also practice that.
Food outlets have to ensure that they provide payment options to consumers that are based on reducing risks of transmission. They must also put in place collection protocols to ensure that adequate social distancing is maintained by the delivery service personnel when collecting food from the restaurant. Denis says they have to wait outside for their delivery regardless of bad weather.
If it is a rainy season, we use rain suits. We have them. But it's risky to drive a bike during rainfall. But if you have some experience like me, I do even if it is raining, I can work also. Even standing outside, as long as you have jackets to keep you warm, that's it.
According to an Insight survey, Uber Eats is one of the country's top online ordering platform with a network of approximately 1,200 restaurants in Cape Town, Stellenbosch, Johannesburg, Durban and Pretoria. It operates in 100 cities in 27 countries.
In Uber, it's general. You work in any restaurant. You just put on your app right now and then they can give you any trip request from any restaurant. So it's not specific that this restaurant and this one. Once the restaurant is in Uber, they can give you a delivery trip from any restaurant. And if not only in restaurant, even in bookshops, exclusive shops, in a game, alcohol shops, we can get all orders from there.
What other things do you deliver?
Groceries, yeah, but it's still online. You just buy your grocery maybe from Pick and Pay or from Game. Then I get your trip from my app. I go in Game, I pick your grocery and I deliver it to your address.
Would you say to drive your bike, do you need a special license to drive it?
Yes, we are using licenses. If you have a foreign license, maybe let me say, I'm from Uganda. If I'm to use my driver's license from Uganda, I have to get a traffic register for South Africa. If you can get a South African driver's license like me, I applied for it and I am using the South African driver's license.
Uber provides financial assistance to drivers and delivery people diagnosed with COVID-19 or ordered to self-quarantine or self-isolate by a doctor or public health authority. Denis says his constant exposure to others is of concern to his loved ones.
They used to worry about us, but you have to survive. So we had to keep ourselves by practicing all the measures of keeping our life. Sanitizing, using a mask, social distancing, like that. I fear because it's not a joke. Though in the beginning, many people used to say that is for white people, this is for white, not for black. But I myself, I believe that anything can happen to me. And that fear, I can't say that I don't have it. I fear the disease. That's why I keep on myself, protecting myself. Because I know and I believe that the disease is real and it is there.
Any challenges that you're facing day to day with your work?
Yes, there are very many challenges. Because, when you're driving a bike, it's not like the same way in your car. In a car, you're not the body. But when you're driving a bike, you become the body. So in terms of any accident, it's easy for you to lose life than in a car. And even most of the guys, when we are driving on the road, people, mainly these taxi drivers, they don't give us respect when they're on the road. So when they see us driving, they just do stupid things to us. That's one of the challenges. Second, sometimes you find that it is difficult to drive on a busy road. You may get an order and you have to use highways. Our bikes are not faster to drive on a highway. So to avoid that, you have to use other alternatives which can cost you a lot of fuel because it becomes a longer distance to reach the customer. You may use fuel of 50 rand, yet you are delivering any order to the customer, which is going to pay you 25 rand.
For the next edition of Frontline Workers, you can visit sabcnews.com or at SABC News on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. For SABC Digital News, I'm Lebo Tshangela.